So this is how Teams looks. You have different tabs here. If you click on the Teams icon, there are different groups that can be created. So I created a CCP materials folder where the CCPs only have access to, and you'll see a bunch of files can be uploaded. So I use this to upload, rounds information, any documents. And then up here, you can put links, you can insert links. So I have the most important links for the providers that they need. So the dashboards, the CCP resource guide, LiveBinders. So if we click that, it actually opens it up right in Teams. You'll have an option to go to a website and it'll open it into a browser for you as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's really great. I tell the CCPs to bookmark it, so they have it bookmarked. That's part of orientation, is bookmarking all the important links that they need. But yeah, it's really, really user friendly. It's really easily accessible within Teams, which is super helpful. You could stay within, and then to go back to another tab, let's say we want to go to the COVID-19 resource guide. You click it here. So those are the two I have linked. Oh, I also put together a patient education LiveBinder. So I'm going to click that here. And it's those like one-page patient education pamphlets that they can send to, they can just text it over to a patient, the CRAMES pages.
Okay.
So they can go by system. And let's say they want to give information on chronic sinusitis in English. So would they click that?
So there's one binder that has all of those handable resources that they, depending on what a patient asks for, they think needs. Yeah, great.
And the LVNs have access to this as well. So yeah, it's really easy. It pulls it up right here, or you can open it in an outside browser as well.
Even from their phone, from their phone Teams app, yeah, they can easily pull this information. And I just wanted to add color to what Dana was saying with like the separation of the different types. We're using so much of LiveBinders that we've actually separated the two shelves. And so, Dana, I don't know if you want to go to the MedZed team folder, but we have we separated it into two different categories. Yeah. So where one shelf at the top would be team resource guides. And that's all the resource guides that we have for our team so far. And then the LiveBinders, the second shelf, what I like to call is like the educational world. And that's our MedZed COVID-19 guide. And then what Dana was just showing as a patient education. So it's things that are like outsourced and outside of company, right? So for patients, for everyone that could use MedZed, the COVID guide, and then we've separated it for within our teams, like who can use it within the company and the different resources that they would need there.
Well, I think you guys have really shown a good example of how to push, the potential of what a LiveBinder can do. It's not just the documents, and you've got dynamic stuff in there, but it's also the shelves and all the binders that you guys have accumulated. Would you say that kind of helped acclimate your team to be in Teams more, because those resources were clearly there and,
well,
accessible?
My team specifically heavily relies on that folder. I stick all of the files. I put all the links that they need. That's where it lives. And we work out of Teams for everything.